How's it going, you guys? AZPlyo21 back again with another episode of our UFC save in WMMA 5, and here today we have UFC Fight Night, Whittaker versus Novenyi Jr., a big fight in our middleweight division. Robert Whittaker taking on Norbert Novenyi Jr. in our main event. Also got Valentina Shevchenko on the card. Our next card is going to be UFC 303, Lee versus McKee, a rematch for the super lightweight championship. Also got Loretta defending the flyweight title against Jillian Robertson. Should be a good one. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go and take a look at our rankings first. At heavyweight, Derek Lewis into the top 10. Got light heavyweight, nothing going on. At middleweight, Scott Askham back to middleweight after losing in the super middleweight tournament, unfortunately. At welterweight, Wonderboy Thompson into the top 10. Super lightweight, not much going on. At lightweight, Super Sage Northcutt up to the top 15 now. Featherweight, we have Goiti Yamuchi, the Bellator champion, up into the top 20 as he gets ready to debut. Ricky Simon into the top 10. Got at flyweight, I believe someone retired. Joseph Benavidez did retire, but I was able to talk him out of retirement. Nothing at featherweight or bantamweight or flyweight or strawweight. Let's go ahead and get it going. Appreciate you guys as always. If you have not already done so, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I have noticed in the last couple of days that over 70% of my video views are from people who are not subscribed to my channel. So if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. Let's go ahead and get into it. Whittaker versus Novenyi Jr. taking place, of course, in Western Australia. Got to show appreciation to Robert Whittaker in his home country. Let's get it going with the prelims. Ozzy Dagulbov taking on Jared Flash Gordon at lightweight, and it's Jared Flash Gordon getting the 20th win of his career. Randy Rude Boy Brown, who I love watching fight. I just got to see him fight in Phoenix a couple weeks ago. Takes on Jack Marshman, and Rude Boy gets the knockout punch. 18th win of his career, 9-7 now in the UFC. Moving right along, Maxim Shvets taking on Daniel Rodriguez. Should be a pretty good one. And again, guys, whether you're watching me on YouTube or on Twitch, I appreciate you guys. If you would like to as well, links are down in the description below to follow me on all that good stuff. I also do have a Patreon if you want to support me on there as well. Every little bit helps. Maxim Shvets gets the TKO in round number 2, the 21st win of his career. He wants to fight Lowen Tynanis next. Sean Strickland taking on Terry Brazier in the middleweight division. Sean Strickland making a lot of noise as of late because of the messed up stuff that he says. He's kind of no filter, kind of an asshole, but nonetheless, Terry Brazier shuts him right up with a unanimous decision victory. I was going to say knockout, but he did not knock him out. Jonathan Webb taking on Dmitry Bikrev at 175, and it is Bikrev knocking out Jonathan Webb with 1 second left to go in the first round. Brock Weaver taking on Miguel Baeza. Baeza has lost 3 fights in a row, I believe. He has not, but he has not been doing very well. But it is Baeza getting the TKO over Brock Weaver in round number 2. Gotta love it. The young man getting back on track. Gideon Drachi taking on Kennedy and Zekchukwu. And Zekchukwu 12-4, the underdog to the South African today. And Drachi does get the win, the first win of his UFC career. Moving right along, Antigulov taking on Ray Sloan in the light heavyweight division. A couple guys getting up there in age, but it is Ray Sloan knocking out Antigulov less than a minute into round number 3. He is now 5-3 in his UFC career. Jordan Johnson taking on KB Bullar, I believe in the middleweight division. KB Bullar, I want to say, was the 1FC middleweight champion. We'll go ahead and check that out right now. But again, I do notice as I start to progress through this save that it starts to be a little slower, because I'm definitely not noticing that with my other saves. I mean, I've done so much in this save. The only thing that I can think that would possibly speed it up a little bit would be deleting companies, deleting fighters. Not sure I want to do that. Nonetheless, Jordan Johnson and KB Bullar going at it. Johnson gets the submission win, and he praises Bullar for his skill and toughness. Duke Didier taking on Reiner de Ritter. Yeah, because normally it would just load right in. Duke Didier taking on Reiner de Ritter at 205, and it is de Ritter getting it done in round number 3. The knockout is what gets it done for him. He's now 4-2 in his UFC career thus far. Idris Gezelov taking on Romero Cotton in our middleweight division, and it's Gezelov less than a minute in getting the guillotine submission. 6-2 now. A nice 3-fight winning streak for Gezelov. Suchol Kim taking on John Lineker in the bantamweight division on the main card. Suchol Kim with the unanimous decision victory over the veteran John Lineker. I mean, 8-4 now in his UFC career. Lost to Alex Perez, but still doing very well for himself is Suchol Kim. Augusto Sakai taking on Marcos Rogerio de Lima in the heavyweight division. A couple guys who in real life have been doing pretty well. I think Augusto Sakai is ranked in the top 15. De Lima is the big favorite on this one, though. You can see there, ranked number 23 and the favorite, despite the fact he's on a 3-fight losing streak. But it is De Lima who gets the knockout over Sakai in round number 2. And he wants to fight Tom Aspinall next. Rory McDonald and Mark Jakashi in the super lightweight division, 165. McDonald, a big underdog to Mark Jakashi. You see there, win over Ally Quinta. Jakashi's probably going to be fighting for the title if he wins this one, and he doesn't. Rory McDonald with the decision victory. 2 straight losses, but he gets a big win here today over Mark Jakashi. Co-main event of the evening, Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko taking on Muratakami. You can see there at UFC 300. Shevchenko in marvelous form, taking out Eglantine Bougie. Taking on Muratakami, number 12 in the bantamweight division. Looking to get a very big win over the former champion in Valentina Shevchenko. And it is Valentina Shevchenko with the TKO win, giving Takami just her 2nd loss of her career. Very charismatic is Valentina Shevchenko. Main event of the evening time in the middleweight division, Robert Whittaker coming back from a suspension, I believe. I mean, yeah, a suspension. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's back, though, and he's taking on Norbert Novenyi Jr. 5-2 in the UFC, a couple straight wins, and he faces off against the toughest task of his career in Robert Whittaker. It is our main event. Let's go ahead and get it going. Novenyi with the takedown right away. Also interesting to note that Robert Whittaker does not have a fight team. Arm triangle attempt. Nothing going on. Novenyi with a Kimura, and he gets it. Wow. Robert Whittaker losing in the main event in his own country to Norbert Novenyi Jr. And he's the number 11 middleweight. I mean, Novenyi calling out Johnny Eblin, but he's going to be big time ranked right now. No popularity changes. Let's see. I believe we had a fantastic fight. No, we did not. We'll give the fight of the night to Johnson and Buller. First round finish for Novenyi, Shevchenko, Gezelov. We got Bikreev by 1 second. Rude Boy Brown and Jared Gordon all walking home with 100K. Nearly $1 million loss there. Not very good. Highest paid fighters, Rory McDonald, Mark Jakashi, Valentina Shevchenko. Appreciate you guys as always. The next time I see you will be for UFC 303. That should be a good one. Like I mentioned, appreciate you guys. I'm AZPlow21, and I will see you at the fights.